G'day everybody, it's Better here from the new Plat, and this time we have a Water Tanks replay with a platoon game featuring Aarooni and me. That's right, two of the original members of the new Plat. I am in my Christmas present from a year or so ago, maybe it's 2 years ago now that it's 2017, the T28E F30, a tank which I decried at the time as being pretty much pointless. But, not that I've driven it a huge amount since then, but the times I have driven it, it's actually proven to be okay. This battle's going to be a decent one, and I had a battle a couple of weeks before this one where I picked up 10 kills, I think, and carried the team. But let's be honest here, Rooney's in, I think there's Largo, one of the new Swedish tanks. I'm in this. We're top tier. We are basically seal plumbers. It's despicable and awful of us, but hey, sometimes you got to get your grind done, and that's what we're doing here. Trying to level Rooney's tanks up so that he can get to the Emil 2, I think it is, a new heavy tank that we think we'll be using a little bit in Clan Wars. We took up a position there that normally I would take in a good sort of hull down tank destroyer or a heavy tank. Nothing much was coming our way, so now we're just going to charge in and see what we can do. In a T28E F30, when you're in a top tier match like this, you can sling a bunch of HE, because you'll do a bunch of damage with it, more than you will with your AP. If you're not fighting tier 3 tanks, or you're fighting heavily armoured tier 4 tanks, it's not such a good idea. You might need to use AP a little bit more, but when it's tier 3 tanks, yeah, just fire HE, why not? Because that happens. Deleted! Not that there was a full derp or one shot, but this one's not bad. Oh, almost deleted. So first of all we charged through the middle, then we saw that the sort of circular part of that map there, I forget what people call it, that our team was basically struggling there and starting to go down. They've pretty much all died except for one. Now Rooney and I are going to come in and we're going to try and mess them up. Problems with the T28E F30 are that its aim time is atrocious, so you can't really snapshot. You can try, but not much happens when you do. Stuart's actually a reasonably good tank at this tier, so I'm going to pull forward and try and take cover behind these dead tanks here while Rooney flanks him around. We do have to be a little bit careful of the other tank who just exited this circle. He might come back at some point. We might have to turn around and try and deal with him. There you go, Rooney deals with Stuart. We can turn around. And here we go. Is it the Stridsvang M43, another one of the new Swedes. These little Swedish TDs are actually reasonably tough. I've played up to the tier 7, which is possibly getting to the kind of weakest tier for tier that I've played so far. The tier 6, IKV65B I think it was, or maybe that's the tier 7. No, the tier 7 is 90. The IKV65 is, yeah, it's a really good TD at tier 6. Lots of fun. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a turret like the Hellcat does, but it's nimble, its ground resistance is great, its power to weight is really good. I've even seen people take it up the hill climbs at the back of Redshire. So, yeah, that's well worth driving if you haven't had a go at it yet. But here I am losing a lot of health to a Covenant this time. Another decent tank at its tier. This Stridsvang is about to go down, and then Rooney goes down to the BT. If I stop and aim as long as I can here, well, I think that was a pretty lucky hit. I didn't need the ammo rack, but we'll take it. And now it's me versus an artillery, an SU-5, and another tier 3 light tank. I'm on, what, 88 odd hit points. I don't think that hurt at all, and it's a Stuart again, so the Stuart will do a reasonable amount of damage to me if he hits, especially considering I've got so little health left. That was a bit of a misplay there. I didn't actually know you could back over that, or even drive over it at all, so lucky I got over. Now what I've got to do is I've got to try and work out where they're going to be, and I've got to try and avoid hitting you know, a corner with the artillery looking straight at me. If I can do that and avoid getting them both at the same time, where I shoot the artillery and then am reloading with the Stuart coming at me, I should be able to win. But it's still going to be pretty tricky because this thing is not as fast as a regular T28. It's huge, so it's easy to spot. it doesn't turn particularly well, and as the M3 Lee on my team just points out, I don't have much health. Are you aware? Yeah, I'm well aware, mate. I'm well aware of how much health I bled unnecessarily, actually. Um, so, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and see if the artillery has moved or not. That's because I don't know whether the artillery's a pretty good player or not, so he may have just stayed where he was and still be staying there. You never know, especially on our server where there's a lot of random things will happen. So I'm going to swing past the back. I've got to be careful when I come through here to not go through the cap circle, because if I do that, then that will give away where I am, and I don't want them to know where I am as much as possible. If they go in the cap circle, it's going to be touch and go whether I get back in time with this thing. And if they see me go into the cap circle, they should know, if they're decent enough players, that they can both get the cap circle and will win easily. So that's why I'm just coming down this road to avoid going in the cap circle just to my left. And the question really is, where are these guys going to be? Well, they knew I was sort of roughly in the middle to bottom right of the map. So you'd think they would be hunting for me there, knowing that I'm slow. So I've managed to avoid them to get all this way around, but it's just one of those things. When you're in these situations, you've got no idea what to do really about where to go. All you're doing is sort of just hoping that you'll find them in a matchup that suits what you've got loaded. I've switched to AP for some reason here. I think that's because I would have been thinking AP goes through the air a lot quicker. So if I need to take a snapshot, I'm more likely to get one off with AP than with HE. I'm not too worried about armor penetration against either of those, the artillery or the Stuart, but yeah, getting shots through the air is something important. If it was not shooting at tier 3 tanks, I would have even loaded APCR because they're faster through the air. But here we go. We know one's in the camp now, so that gave away where the position was. It was just a matter of which of the tanks it was going to be. And it was the SU. So now we just got to try and sneak up, spend a whole bunch of time aiming, and hope we hit if they come around that corner again. This is, I think, one of those things where you've got to be a bit patient, especially looking at those stats there. Neither of them have played a lot of battles, but both of them have got a decent win rate for the number of battles they've played, and are good in the tanks they're driving. Just pull forward, try and take a shot, and there's the cursed aim time of this tank. You just can't snapshot really. And now slinging shots in. If I had HE loaded for that shot, the Stuart probably would have died, so that was a bit iffy. SU shoots and misses. I shoot and miss. And now this is ridiculous, really. I sat there too long and lost 31 health for nothing. Well, I got a kill, but not for nothing. So yeah, bad play. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been moving into cover as much as I could. And now all I've got to do now is deal with one Stuart who's on like 22 odd health. I'm on 57. So basically, so long as the Stuart can pin me, frontally I've got reasonable armor, so it'll be tricky for him, but it's not impossible. So long as he can pin, he kills me. So long as I can pin, I kill him. That's what it comes down to. So it's a bit of a standoff around this corner here. Each one of us trying to get a shot. I'm pulling out the zoom to the lowest zooms just about. I've got it times 4. You could go to times 2. That's because it's actually, in a situation like this, you want to use your sniper view to try and feather shots if you can. And the Stuart there has just made a bit of a mistake, I think. He's pulled in around that corner, which means that I can come up to this corner a little bit more and I can get a better side scraping position than he can. He shoots, bounces off the side of me because of the side scraping, and I shoot and kill him. And it's a win. 7 kills, 1200 odd damage. Tanker, a top gun, a high caliber, and a defender medal. I am pretty stoked with that effort, even if it is just at low tier. And then in a comparison of the team stats, I've picked up 1200 odd damage, which is about 3 times the best on my team, 1000 odd damage, which is more than double anybody else on my team as well. And so I've basically carried pretty hard. And I've been rewarded for my efforts with almost 35,000 silver and over 4,000 XP, which is pretty good. 6,341 total crew XP because of a personal reserve bonus, so this is going a great way towards doing some crew training for my higher tier tanks. In all, a great battle for me, not quite so good for Aarooni, but I'm sure he'll carry me one day. Thanks very much for watching this new Plat replay video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe.